Hello there, in this video we're going to look at how to build a tabs component in our UI kit, so let's go. So I'm just going to click on active enabled, click on the plus, let's just drag this across for a moment and this will be enabled inactive. Okay, I'm just going to go in and let's just turn off the line. Let's go over to hovered here. Let's click on the plus. I'm going to drag that across here. Now that's going to be hovered. Let's just change that to inactive. Okay, let's go in. Let's remove the line. Now removing the line just shows me text as before, so we probably need to make this more unique. Let's just see what the line color is. So it's Sapphire 300. So let's go in here. Let's adjust that to Sapphire 300. I might even adjust that to Sapphire 300 as well. Yeah, I think I'll adjust the text as well to Sapphire 300 just so there's some consistency there. Let's go down here. Let's click on the focused. Let me just click on the plus. Let's drag that out. Okay, there we go. I am going to go in, just turn the line off because that won't be on. And that will be our focus state. Let's go into pressed, click on the plus, go here. Let me just check that I did rename that. So I didn't, so this is going to be focused inactive. Okay, there we go. And this one is pressed and that will be inactive. Okay, and we just need to go in there and turn the line off. And disabled, I'm just going to click on the plus, drag that across. Let's just mark that as disabled. So let me just go in here and we can just align both of these so we don't show the line. So just click on that. Okay, so now we've got the disabled states in here. That should be okay. Just want to space these out a little bit better. So let's just drag these down. Okay, that's a bit neater, so that's good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to duplicate this and I'm just going to adjust some of these headings. So let me just go in here. I'm just going to delete out those for the moment. Okay, and I'm just going to go in here and put tab. So what I'm going to do is make this more of a local component by putting an underscore there, and then we'll build out the tabs component up here. So let me just go ahead, let's just copy the enabled active, let's just pop it in this container, let's press Command V, and now let's try and get it in the right place. So let's put it inside the container. Okay, there we go. Now let's duplicate this a few times. Let's do it 6 times. So what I'm going to do to begin with, I've left the label as all categories. That's probably incorrect. I'm just going to select everything. I'm going to multi-edit this, so I'm going to rename all categories to tabs label. That's probably more appropriate. That renames everything here. Okay, so the first tab is probably going to be the active tab by default. Let's just select all of these. Okay, now I appear to have put everything inside a container. Let's just do that again. I just want to duplicate just the tabs. So let's go into this container. Let's change that to horizontal on the auto layout. Okay, that's a bit better. Now let's duplicate that a few more times. Okay, so first one's probably going to be enabled and it's going to be active. Let's go along to these other ones here. They're going to be enabled, but they're probably going to be inactive. So that should be fine like that. Let's go in, I'll use this container for now and I'll rename it actually as tabs because this can be our master tabs component. The space between, I think 24 looks quite a lot. Let's just reduce that to 16 for now. Let's try 8. 8 might be a little bit too tight, so let's leave it at 16. Okay, that should be fine. Let's press Command Option K. Let's create that as a tabs component. Let's just tidy up this testing area over here. I'm just going to move these things over, or actually I'll remove these for now. Let me just grab an instance of that component and let's go here. So we've got our tabs component here. If we click on it and let's go to one of the tabs inside, we've got all the different states documented here. Now I want to see if I can surface these different states in a more efficient way instead of one giant list. I think it would be a good idea to have our states, so enabled, focused, hovered, pressed and disabled, but then we can have another category for whether the tab is active or whether it's not active. I think that would be useful. Let's just go back into this component here for the tabs themselves. Okay, I'm just going to go up here and I'm just going to create a variant for the moment. For the name, I'll just put it as active, and for the default value, I'll put as on. I'm just going to go through here and I'm just going to adjust this so the active is labeled as off because they're inactive. Now let's go through here, click on my tab, and now I've got the toggle to select active or not active. So I think that will come in useful. So if you want to say activate this tab instead, then you can quickly turn off which tab is active and which tab is not active. Okay, let's go in and simplify it further. Okay, so now we've got two different settings applied inside this component. I can go in here and I can just rename things to be enabled, and same with this one. So I can lose that last bit of active or inactive, and that should clear up this states drop down. So let me just quickly go through and do that. Okay, that should be done. Let me just go back in here again and let's just we'll select that tab for now. So we should have a nice streamlined states menu, which is good. I am going to go back in and just adjust the order. Okay, there we go. So we should have all of our states in here in the right order. So that's good. So just going in here, and when I trigger that focus state, it pushes that component out because of the spacing. So I think I'm going to go in here and let's just adjust this for inactive and active. So let's click on both, click on enter. I'm just going to reduce the spacing back to 0, just like the other ones. And I think I'm going to hide the line. So where's the line? Let's just hide the line there. So that tightens up that focus state. And the reason why is because it was shifting the layout as you were applying the focus state. So I think it's okay. So we've got all our different states here. Let's just apply a few more. Let's do disabled there. So at least now with that spacing tightened up, it's not going to shift the spacing of the overall component. Okay, something else I probably want is to be able to customize the tab label. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to select this label here. I'm going to click on multi-edit variants, that selects all of them. I'm going to click on apply variable or property, click on the plus, and let's just put label and let's create property. So now when I go into one of the tabs here, I now have the ability to select whether it's active or not. I can toggle through the different states and I can adjust the label. So let's just adjust that to disabled tab. And yeah, that updates. Okay, so I think that's it for this component. I don't think there's any more customization. In this instance, I do kind of want to double click into the different tabs to then make the changes, not at this top level. So I'm going to double click on a specific tab and then I'm going to select what state it's going to be and then whether it's active or not active, and then adjust the label accordingly. Okay, so I think that's good for now. Let's just tidy up the page. So let's delete the testing area. I don't think we're going to need that anymore. Let's just go to the page and let's just double check that we have all our variables and everything in the right place. Okay, I think that looks good. This is a first version of the component. Maybe as we design, we need to add more functionality or more customization. But for now, I think this is fine. This should do what we need it to do. Let's just go up here. Let's collapse everything and lock the page. Let's go up here to assets and let's click on libraries and let's click publish and let's just add a few notes. Okay, that's fine. Let's click on publish. Okay, there we go. That component is now ready to use in our UI kit. Right, okay, so let's go back into the research file and see what we've got to do next. So we've just done our tabs component. Let's just have a look and see what we can do next. So I think we've got the majority of things for this page. We've got the navigation, we've got the hero section, company logos, just done the tabs. We've got those courses cards here. There are filters here that we haven't done just yet. I think most of the other things on this page have been completed. Okay, so really to round out this page, let's look in the next video to create some filters that we can use on this page to filter the courses, the merchandise, and any of the other different elements on here. So yeah, that's what we're going to do in the next video. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for getting to the end. Like and subscribe, add some comments, check out some other videos on my channel. And yeah, the only thing I can see in my camera that's new is the two cakes that appear to be sat there. So there is some kind of millionaire's chocolate cake and a velvet chocolate cake. I'm guessing that's for a birthday. Would I be judged if I ate them now? Maybe, or maybe no one will notice. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Honestly, this is like torture. Look at how good that looks.